Damit ein herzliches Willkommen und hallo zu einem weiteren Part Let's Play Fact und Order. Ich bin das Simmerfix. Wir sind hier mit unserem Team wieder hier in der Unterwelt, liebe Leute, in hier Hades Rebellenstützpunkte, wo wir aktuell darüber besprechen, wie unser nächster Schritt ist, nachdem wir Demeter bezogen hat. Und unser großartiger Commander, unser Herzen Goredofl, sagt nur, wie es weitergeht. Now then, let's keep bringing each other to speed, shall we? This may be somewhat unseemly to ask, but did you know who came in handy? I'm sorry, I actually don't think I want to know what you mean. Oh, come now, Shadow. The terrifying helper I waited to send you away until the time was right. We may be enemies, but for now you can trust Canis. Just to be your best to stay in good terms, so you can keep making good use of... Good use of what? I mean, good use for step forward recovery. That's it. At any rate, the important thing is that you're all getting along. Oh, sure, we are getting along. Nah, great. How you're saying, as it go again. The closer you are with someone, the more you fight. Canis. Good morning. Bonjour! Hey, morning. Pleasantries, huh? Kinda laid back bunch, ain't ya? We make it a point to make ourselves feel at home wherever we go. So, how are things with you, Canis? Less sluggish since I'm low on magic energy, but I'm okay otherwise. Better now we smash Demeter's face in. Good morning, Canis. So, we're the one of the Argonauts in proper human history, huh? I appreciate you helping us out against Demeter, but does it mean you're going to join our alliance? Huh? The hell? Do you think? Hey! Ooh! Yes? Do you need my seal of approval or something? Hell no, I'm not here to be friends with any of you punks. I'm just here to help to repair my debts, both to you punks and Kishida. Fool? But don't forget, dipshits. This only lasts until my debt is paid. Soon as it is, we are gonna right back killing each other. Glad to have you with us as long as you're around, Canis. Gut. Heißt es, die Canis, die ich dann im Gacha bekommen habe, wird irgendwann mal keinen Bock mehr auf mich haben, mich umbringen? Best of luck. Going up against those hunks of metal, you're gonna need it. Interesting. I was aware Maxi and Mash frequently accomplished their goals with the help from allies made along the way, but I didn't know your new director shared the same trait. Alternatively, there may simply be something about Chaldea that naturally attracts people of the temperament. Ha! As much as I enjoy the flattery and mischief advisor, be warned that it won't affect your bonus. Now, where was I? Oh yes, the black barrel. Just because you've had that conceptual weapon fitted to the Ortinax mesh doesn't mean you should use it lightly. Remember, you still ultimately need Max's command spell to fire it. And since you already used one in our battle against Demeter, that means you can only fire the black barrel 2 more times, remember? Passt doch 2 Götter noch. Only 2 more times, huh? That's not very many at all. Indeed, it isn't. And don't forget, we can't replenish our command spells anymore, even if we are able to make it back to the border. The only way you'll be able to restore them is to return to Chaldea Pace and connect yourself to a few magic characters as usual. Ah yes, speaking of which, what is the storm border status? Are you still completely defenseless? Funny you should ask, since you're the one who left us high and dry in the first place. Yes, needless to say, we're still very much completely defenseless. I wish you could send us a heroic spirit to help us out, but I know that's not possible right now. So in the meantime, we'll be here laying low as we wait and hope that your plan succeeds. Besides, I'm sure Captain will wake up soon, and when he does, I can ask him to defend the border to the best of his ability, without the exaggeration of his condition, of course. Rest assured, I'm prepared to bargain with the many soft buttery croissants as necessary. Something on your mind, Macarius? I was just thinking about how we could get you guys back to your ship if you needed to go there. You said you made an emergency landing in the Western Frontier Zone, right? Is that what you call this area? And it rained. Yes, that sounds right. Gotcha. Never mind then. There's no safe way to get here. Sorry for getting your hopes up. Just forget I said anything. Ist irgendwas Schlimmes? Does it mean there's a safe zone to get to the other zones? Yes, there is. We can use the underground infrastructure. It won't let us go everywhere, but it can get us to a lot of places. I see. I have to remember that. Hey, Mustache. Yes? If you only need to move one person around, I can take him myself. Having authority over the sea means I've also got the power to navigate it. Basically, it means I can cross any border, Lostbelt or not. But hey, it's up to you, so I'm not gonna lie. It can be a rough way to travel. The authority to cross borders. So it was Poseidon's gift that let you move freely between Lostbelts. Do not say that name! Ah yes, I do beg your pardon. I'm afraid I'm one of those sorts who must think out loud, put their thoughts in order, you see. Foo-foo. I don't give a shit why you do it. Say it again and I'll kill you then and there. Duly noted. May I say something now? Is it safe to assume we are all just about to speed up now? Aldo, I never thought every heroic spirit who got here before us would already be gone. I'm afraid so. Fool. But hey, at least you meet up with me. Don't worry, I got this. How? There's only one of you. Then again, I suppose Miyamoto Musashi is an extreme powerful heroic spirit. Plus we have Canis on our side too. Ich finde es irgendwie schön, wie Goredofl sagt. Früher haben wir gesagt, mehr zwei Servants, da brauchen wir Armada Servants aus den Göttern und Königen. Und nicht so unnötiges. So, das finde ich schön, was er sagt. The Black Bear's destructive force is truly remarkable. And we also have local allies provided us a safe haven. Looking at everything we have going for us, I know I should be happy. But I still can't get over it. The instant we kill Demeter, Zeus just swoops in and takes away authority. It's like it's no big deal. And not only that, he's already got a self-destruct ban on his feet, even after it was completely destroyed only yesterday. How can he be so damn omnipotent? Das ist die Frage, die wir uns alle stellen, mein Herr. Ah, come on, General Goff, cheer up. This guy's as golden gets. I've might tried to slay the gods, but he actually pulled it off. Exactly. You ought to be throwing your hands up in the air cheering, not staring at the ground and shit. Allow us to introduce ourselves again, Director Chaldea, where the god destroyer lands, or rather, they built from its remains. Kentucky, Margaret, you're here too, friend Enrico. So, are the powerful spells working together still weren't enough to defeat the gods of Olympus? Vielleicht soll jemand anderes erzählen, as a friend. Alright. Which one of your ass faces installed a friend persona? How are we gonna tell him everything we need to them like this? Das dachte ich mir auch, liebe Leute. There's certainly never a dull moment with the second scrod around. Alright, I think this Nikola Tesla persona had best take it from here. Tesla wasn't exactly a wallflower himself, you know. Just let it go, Macadas. We'll never get anything done if we point out every little thing like that. I never imagined we would get new reinforcement and weaponry at this point in the game. It seems things are looking up for the Alliance. Now then, let us resume Operation God Destroyer in earnest. Let me be clear. This is not a plan for defeating the individual machine gods. This is a plan to bring down the god, the omnipotent Zeus himself. You really have a plan to defeat Zeus? Foo-foo! No, that's what I'm talking about. I've been waiting to hear how the Chaldeans are going to take out an omnipotent god. This is so much fun, don't you think, Canis? Why are you dragging me into this? You think fun even enters into the equation while I'm stuck with you morons? We are not friends, dipshit. No, don't be like that. Or maybe our relationships, but that doesn't change the fact we'll still be fighting together. Besides, don't you love throwing caution to the wind and fighting battles against impossible odds? You think I'm the same kind of headache case as you bet? I don't hate impossible odds, but I'm not a freaking fan either. My fun is an absolute crushing my enemies. I got no interest in fight I know I can't win. Oh, really? Then why do you ever come to our side, I'm betting you actually love fighting against impossibles just as much as you love to completely demolishing your enemies. Don't worry, I totally get it. I'm exactly the same way. Then just say I'm not. Oh, such is irritated. I'm not a freaking head case like you. If you two would be so kind as to bond over your shared lust for battle at a later date, Aye, may I ask exactly what it is you have in mind? As I recall, the 7-link heroic spirit cannon was a one-time only option. Are you saying you have something else in one hand that can bring down a god? You know, I think I had to dream about this. God, that is exactly, boss. Our last option for taking down Granddaddy Zeus himself is to use a great summoning circle to summon a major VIP ally of proper human history. A great summoning circle? So, you mean a spell designed to summon a rogue spirit? That's the one. Though it's gonna be a little different from the Chaldea style summoning you might be used to. Also, keine 1000 Quartz. Now let me tell you how you're gonna go about summoning this VIP. A whole bunch of heroic spirits from all walks of life put their heads together to come up with a foolproof timeless method. See, chain reactions, summons happen pretty easily in Lostbelt and singularities, so we figured all we needed to do was give the process a nudge to the right direction. The result in this great summoning circle I'm about to tell you about, we call it the God Destroyer Grand Class Designated Summon. Sie wollen von sich aus eine Grand Servant beschweren. Nicht schlecht, nicht schlecht. This right here is our ace in the hole. Ist das möglich? Cool. A Grand Servant? Are you freaking serious? Letzter Grand Servant hatte ich sie vermöbelt. Was? I don't know shit about Magecraft. I mean, I know a Grand Servant is a big freaking deal. A Grand Servant? The kind unbelievable powerful heroic spirit usually only summoned by true heroic spirits summoning ritual the Holy Grail is based on? We certainly encountered them before, like with Orion at First Sun, but even so. Damn, way to go, God Destroyer Lands! Right, Super Guild, right. I see. So your plan is to summon a Grand Servant here to Olympus, like how Orion was summoned to Atlantis. But then, does that mean the conditions to summon a Grand Servant are in place? Foo-foo! So cool, so gold, oh yeah! Yay! Foo! It looks like the Kentucky has fallen into a so cool loop, so I think I better take over. This summoning spell uses multiple summoning circles placed on various points around the city. What's more, it also uses a certain device to ensure that the target, a figure who would normally be unsummable, is called forth into this world. Jetzt kommt hier der ganze London Cast. We call it a Grand Summon article. In mage terms, I suppose you could call it a mystic code or perhaps a catalyst. King Arthur lands a spirit form. Fufu? The King of the Storm, the avatar of the Wild Hunt that was during the first singularity. So there was yet another powerful heroic spirit yet at one time. The elected Professor Lion had Professor Blavatsky designed the article to the collaborator build it. As for the Great Summoning Circle, last we heard its components are still being set up in each area. Unfortunately, the machine got defeated us before we could use the operation through to the end, so we are trusting all of you to do it in our stead. Destroy the god and save humanity. There are 7 summoning circles that make up the Great Summoning Circle, and the Rogue Spirit managed to set up 4 of them, which still leaves 3 to go. We can no longer help slay the gods ourselves, unfortunately. We ended up failing to the mechanical god before the great summoning circle and article were complete. But now there are heroes gathered here once again, and only 3 summoning circles left to go. That sounds to me like a mission worth risking one's life over, no? What do you think? Huh, so it's all about me thinking he could end up killing us, huh? I don't know who it is, but at least he's honest. I say I'm the only one who finds the idea of an activity assigned as in dangerous minutes someone is settling. Oh, stop that, Mr. Tesla. You should be able to say that everyone's so eager to push themselves to their limits. I'm sorry if you didn't convey it well, but we are not trying to give orders. We are only providing information. Whether you acted, it's up to you guys. While we are on the subject, here's where the remaining summoning circuits need to be set up. This is Olympus East District, and the 3 points of light where the last summoning circus needed to go. These other 4 points of light are up and already finished setting up. As of now, neither the machine gods nor the people of Olympus have noticed the existing summoning circles. They better not after all the trouble we went to hide them, not to mention the collaborator. The collaborator. I see, so this operation was forced to suspend partway through. Then I suppose this is no time for half measures. We of Chaldea will pick up where the alliance left off. And I'm saying that in front of everyone here, heroic spirits included, even you, Canis. Huh? Canis, would you continue to aid us? Please, we still need your help. Shut up, you think I don't know that? There's no way your 3 Chaldea servants alone could possibly take down the gods. Right, good. Now that, we've decided our next course of action. We will complete the Great Summoning Circle, thereby preparing for a showdown with the King of the Gods. That means we need to make our way to Olympus East District. I will disguise your command spells so the locals are none of the wiser. So this week, what mission, huh? Good luck, Mr. Maxi. Da Vinci, leg dich hin. We'll do our best. Right. Didn't I just tell you to get to rest, technical advisor? Fine. Take a moment to say goodbye. That is all. After this, I want you to going straight back into sleep mode. No ifs, ands, or buts. Is that clear? Yes, teacher. And don't call me teacher. I'm never going back to the clock tower, not even if they were to back me. Gordy. Was aus dir noch wird, Mann? Wer hätte es gedacht, der gute alte Gordy, den wir kennengelernt haben, dass der ein richtiger Anführer wird. Okay, liebe Leute, dann sagen wir jetzt erstmal hier eine schöne Kurz ein. Bam. Und wenn es nun... verdammt, Episode voll. Na egal, kann man nichts tun. Dann, machen wir weiter. Und starten hier direkt mit dem nächsten Kapitel. Section 9. Thou art the order that corrupts the stars. Leute, Grand Servant. Ich meine, ich weiß, vielleicht wisst ihr auch schon, welcher Grand Servant das ist, aber ich finde es schon beeindruckend, einen Grand Servant einfach so aus eigener Macht hier zu summoning. Das ist ein Statement. Finishing God, Destroy Line, Space Underground Trans 4. Huh? Are we moving the entire base? Yeah, why? Whoa! Everything's shaking! Is that what riding an elevator like? The space was originally an all-purpose maintenance vehicle for the underground infrastructure. You know, the kind that goes around fixing whatever needs it. We could also walk along the underground corridors, but it's really hard to navigate and it would take forever. Of course, if you're willing to spend a few days to get to the destination, it could work. What do you want to do? Yeah, let's not even bother with walking. Good call. Besides, Sister and I wouldn't even be able to contact you in the East District if we stayed here. Anyway, it shouldn't take us too long to get there by this rate. Just be careful you don't lose the footing. Man, I never wouldn't even thought to try moving an entire place. It sounds like old hat to you guys, but Olympian tech is pretty amazing to me. It's Atlantis, not Olympus. Huh? Atlantean. I mean, at least that's what I heard. I don't know if it's true. They say our ancestors originally came from Olympus, from the continent of Atlantis, about 10.000 odd years ago. Das ist das, was Beryl hier schon mal angesprochen hat, dass ihr einfach so, oder, ich weiß gar nicht, wer hat das mal angesprochen? Ich glaube Beryl war es, dass ihr einfach mal so einen Planeten hier nicht im Leben gelassen hat. And also why we think the second Magier may have played a part in Atlantis' destruction. Unfortunately, we don't know anything for sure, as all the records pertaining to that time were lost long ago. Foo-foo! As in the mythical continent. Yes, that's right. The continent of Atlantis is one of proper human history's most well-known legends. It was once a prosperous empire, rich in natural resources, but over time its people lost all respect for the gods and rule over the law. Und dann haben die Götter sie versenkt. So the gods punished them by flooding the entire empire and sinking the continent into the sea. At least that's how the ancient Greek philosopher Plato described it in two dialogues, Timaeus and Critias. Ja, Mensch, ich weiß, du hast studiert. Gib halt an. Phew. It's also one of many flooding legends that have been passed down through different civilizations like Mesopotamia. The flooding of Atlantis is said to have taken place around 9000 before Christ, but the theory of continental drifts claim it's otherwise. If you assume that all our current continents were originally a single giant landmass, then there's no place where a mythical lost continent could fit. At least that was their operating theory as of 100 years or so ago. That said, I doubt the discovery of plate tectonics has done much in advance Atlantis' cause. Furthermore, given that there have been exactly 0 discoveries of the Atlantean artifact, the sole historical records we have for its existence is Plato's writing. However, that still leaves one question unanswered. Right. What if the continent of Atlantis really did exist? But in a way, that was completely unlike any other continent we know about. I can't deny its possibility. Especially now that we know it's possible for something to exist without leaving behind a single trace. Namely the realm of mystics. And that's not all. There are also a very act of using magecraft to materialize a servant. While the existence of most things can be proven with physical evidence and written records, the same cannot be said of mystics. In which case... Right. If what the dilemma Kados told us about the mechanical gods is true. Precisely. The god of Olympus could have arrived on the continent of Atlantis long ago, thereby bringing civilization to prehistoric peoples. Though of course, in that case, those events would be more akin to the work of Jules Verne than they would Plato, Timaeus or Critias. Good grief, I can practically see Sir Doyle's face grinding in delight. As in Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, the prestigious author who immortalized the exploits in a novel form. I've read every book he ever published, and I've seen the movie versions, well, at least all the ones here in the homes. Still, remember, the first time I saw the Granada version like it was yesterday. Oh man, she's practically glowing. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get carried away. You're too kind, Miss Caroline. I only hope I get a chance to tell Sir Doyle what dedicated fans he has. Now then, back to the subject of Atlantis. This has been most fascinating discussion. Depending on when this Lostbelt first came about, this could mean that the mythical continent of Atlantis truly exists in our Earth. If the same were true in proper human history, there would surely still be some trace of physical evidence pertaining to the continent sinking. Indeed, such an event would have affected the topography of an entire planet. No doubt someone would also have discovered something along palomagmatic lines as well. And yet, in proper human history, there is no one piece of evidence that the continent of Atlantis ever existed. Phew! No evidence of the continent existence, By Jove, it is. It may be a proverbial smoking gun, but we've got collateral evidence right here. Holmes? Ah yes, I beg your pardon. This is still only a hypothesis, but I do believe I've solved the riddle. If we assume that the legendary continent of Atlantis truly did exist in proper human history, then we can now say with a fair degree of certainty that it truly was. It's really not great mystery at all. Take a look around. We are now standing right now. Oh, alright, Olympus. Precisely. As you all know, we are currently standing on a small part of the interstellar mountain city of Olympus. And what, pray tell, is the nature of Olympus' existence?
Oh, I get it. Olympus isn't a natural landmass. It's a mysterious, enormous artificial structure. It's essentially a virtual continent built inside the supernatural hollow space, and with advanced technology well beyond the scope of proper human history.
Right you are, Miss Curlight. Granted in the most brilliant theory that may well change as more information come to light. Nonetheless, I must say I never dreamed this adventure of ours would involve me deducing the existence of Atlantis.
Oh, now I get it. Mostly. Basically, Olympus and Atlantis are both pretty impressive, yeah? Totally got it. Well, mostly. I mostly got it. I definitely, absolutely, mostly totally got it.
Somehow, I'm still not convinced you really get it, Musashi.
By the way, Adele, I'm curious. There's something I've been meaning to ask you. It's about the underground infrastructure we're using to transport as we speak. Sure, what is it? You said this whole underground area was safe cause it used Hades' domain or something, right? I was just curious. What is the full story was? Hades is one of the gods who was killed during the Fourth Magier, right? Yes, that's right. All the gods who fought for coexistence between human and god were defeated and destroyed during the Olympia Magier. And Hades was one of them. After the war, Zeus ended up taking over the domains of every god they defeated. That along with enslaving Poseidon gave him full control over the entire Sea of Atlantis. But it was a different story for Olympus' underground infrastructure. Hades decided to take his own life, and the resulting explosion sealed off his underground domain. Thanks to that, the underworld became a dark zone that nobody could easily touch. Nobody except those who were allied with Hades and the faction fighting for coexistence. Now I gotcha, that explains it. I always found it strange how an all-powerful god like Zeus knows everything that happens on the surface, but can't seem to do anything when it comes to the underground area. It's pretty much down to luck that things worked out this way. Our ships, Hades and Zeus, were both based off the Titan Kronos. As gods, that put them in the same class of deity, so even when Zeus became omnipotent, he'd still need to allocate almost all of his power to see everything going in the dark zone. And right now, Zeus is using most of its magic energy to keep Olympus and the Tree of Emptiness Magellan up and running. Then, you're saying that it's a weakness we can take advantage of? That's right. I believe that's where our hopes of victory lie. Fu? Oh, everything just shook again. Aaron, damn, I must have fallen asleep. We are there already? Yeah, the base down moving along the underground. Let's go up to the surface. We'll be going with you this time, since it's a covered mission. Fu. Okay, liebe Leute. Oh, Fu. Huh. There, go again. Didn't I tell you not to jump on my sister, you big squirrel? A cute boy, a cute girl, and a kitten when you're all together. Oh, he'll love to see it. That's going not really a squirrel, right? Naja, immer eine, die sieht, dass Fu furchtbar gefährlich ist. Gut, liebe Leute, bevor wir uns an diesem seltsamen Platz umschauen, machen wir einen kleinen Cut und beim nächsten Mal geht's weiter hier dann mit Let's Play Fake Order. Bis zum nächsten Mal, haut rein, auf Wiedersehen und vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen. Ciao!